Hello, welcome to the channel. This is the Baron. Today we have Flesh and Blood Super Slam case number 6. Yes, we can't stop opening Super Slam. If I can find my knife. I ordered more cases than I guess I thought I was going to get, because every time I ordered cases they got cut, and this time nobody cut anything, so I wanted it with a lot. So that's how it goes. You try to skew the numbers and they never work. They never work. But that's all right. I like this set. It's fun. And there's still plenty of goodies that I need. Adult marbles, fables, and really cool cold foils in general. And I just realized I don't have this set up right. I have to have my bin over on this side. And we're going to start off with nothing special. A common foil. That's how we're starting. I think we're close to a play set now. Common foil into a super rare. So, oh, that's a good hit. All right, we'll put that right there. That's as far out as we can go. Okay. Rare foil into a super rare. Common foil into rares. Common foil into a super rare. Got a beat token. Ooh, a nice majestic foil. That is the first one of those, for sure. I just barely got a play set of those, let alone a foil one. Common foil into a majestic. All right, we got two of the set majestics. Let's have a good set majestic. Cool. We got a common foil into a super rare. And there is a slot majestic. Common foil into rares. Common foil into a super rare. And there is a Guardian Instant cold foil. That is really cool. That is, I think the second one of those I've pulled. Really like those. And they're auras, so they'll be fun on the table. And then we've got a super rare foil into a super rare for the first half of the box. We've got a common foil into a super rare. We have a common foil into rares. We have a common foil into a super rare. There is another M, finally. A good one for the wizard. And then a rare foil into rares. foil into rares. Oh, super rare foil into a majestic. Ooh, that's nice. Alright, bumping up that majestic number a little bit. Still slacking in the special slot. Common foil into a super rare. Common foil into rares. There is a ranger card, alright, that helps. And a common foil into rares. Ooh, a rainbow foil. Light up the leaves, that's a good one. Into, let's see, a common foil into a super rare. Rare foil into another majestic. That's cool. We got 4 of our set majestics this time. Let's see what our lucky last pack is. We started lacking a bit on the majestics. Still waiting. No really big hit in this box. Common foil and rares. Yeah, so we had that weird common cold foil on that side of the box. We're already out of room in the overflow box. Let's get the bulk out of the way. So we got our normal foils. Let's see, super rare. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've noticed this has been running about 12 to 15, but we got 4 on the regular, including a foil. That's usually what happens, is we wind up with 3 to 4. But then we also got 5, which is a little low, but we got an additional foil. So that's not normal. We normally don't get 2 foils in the same box. And then we got our common cold foil here, but that's a really cool one. I don't know what those are going to stay at. They may go up, they may go down. Depends on if people play them. I don't mind getting a set of them. Just have to pull them. And then if it's cheap enough and I'm missing one, I'll just go buy it right off the bat and throw it in the binder in case I want to use it. But no legendary, no marvel, no fable in box number 1. We've got a common foil. And we got a slot majestic right off the bat. Common foil into a super rare. Rare foil into a super rare. Super rare foil into rares. Common foil into a super rare. Common foil into rares. Rare foil into a majestic. A slot majestic. Common foil into a super rare. Common foil into rares. foil into a super rare. Common foil into a super rare. Common foil into rares. And the last pack of the first half of box 2. Doesn't want to open, right? And nothing in the front. Common foil into a super rare. A real slow box. Rare foil into rares. Way behind on the M count. Nothing super. Alright, there is a slot majestic, followed by a super rare foil into a super rare. So super rares just got some help. Majestic got the help. There is a common foil into a majestic. That's good. I like that generic. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but it took me a while to start pulling them. Oh, we got our first Marvel piece of gear. So we have legs. And of course, you know, it's always nice to pull a Marvel, but the gear is the one thing I didn't really care anything about. I'm all about the people. And I don't know what I did there besides setting this on top of there. So using, there we go. It was rare with a common foil. All right, but we got a foil. We got a Marvel, at least. I have the helmet I got during the pre-release. Rare foil, super rare. Which there's the helmet. Yeah, I got that off of a guy in trade, which I thought was cool. Common foil. Super rare foil into a super rare. Hey, finally hitting some M's in the old slot space. Common foil into rares. Common foil into rares. Rare foil into a super rare. And our lucky last pack. Is a common foil into a majestic. So barely squeaked out 3 majestics in the set and 5 in the slot. Well, these are rough boxes. They are just barely giving you odds. A cold foil common and then a Marvel, which is probably one of the cheaper Marvels. I don't know how that's going to go since it's specialized though. This is the foils. I'm looking for super rares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So bumped up a little bit on that. We got our 3, which are probably, these 2 may be pretty good. And then we got the 5 on here, which is a piece of gear. And the 2 that used to be worth money. So there we go. All right, let's get into box number 3 and hope we get something better here. This is a pretty weak case so far compared to the others. We need that double or triple banger box. Or just hit a Fable, which pretty much pays for the face. All right, we got a common foil and a super rare. A super rare foil into rares. A common foil into a super rare. A common foil into a super rare. What is going on there? I just saw some weird flash. All right. Snag. Nice. A common foil into rares. A common foil into rares. Common foil into our first set majestic. There we go. I need to find a better way of doing this. I'm running into stacking issues. Let's get these out of here. I think I'm going to do this a different way, even though I've been doing it that way the whole time. Take the box, stick it over there so I can just throw the extra stuff in the box instead of stacking it and knocking it over. Alright, so we got a common foil into a super rare. A common foil into a super rare. Majestic foil. Ooh, don't see those very often in the set. And we got a slot card. And then we have a common foil into rares. That's the first one of those gravy bone guys we've seen in a couple of cases for sure. There is a common foil and then a palm in the hands. Alright. In the palm of the hands. Alright, on to the second stack. I just totally wrecked on that. Alright, we got a ninja card, assassin card, common foil into rares. How do you get upside down? That throws me completely off. Alright. We have a common foil into a super rare. We have a common foil into a super rare. Take the bait. That's finally a playset of those. It took 5 cases to get a playset. Or no, this is case number 6. Common foil. Case number 6 before we have a playset of Take the Bait. Ooh, foil super rare, followed by a majestic. Foil rare, followed by rares. A foil common, followed by a super rare. Oh, we got a Marvel of the Gravy Bone card. I don't know where the value is on that. It's cool, but I'm like, still, I'm wanting a Marvel adult hero. Any of the Guardians, but that is cool. At least I got a case that had marbles in it. Rare foil, super rare. So case number 5, I think I hit a nice hit on the light up there, and then a common foil into rares. So bouncing up on the Majestics right after a marble hit. And we got a super rare and a common foil. Foil and rares. And then we have a rare foil into a super rare to end out on the last pack there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, with 2 of them being foil. We got 4 with 1 of those being foil, and then we got our 5 on these. And then I don't know where this falls because he is a Majestic, so we did get a Majestic cold foil, I guess, is where that one would fall. Alrighty. Definitely wish that was a hero, but here is our last box, our last hope. Marvel Hero, Fable. I don't know if there's anything else cooler. Possibly cool cold foil, EA. All kinds of different opportunities in the last box of the case. Seems to be a pretty standard case, I guess. I mean, we've got 2 hits out of the case. I don't count that as a hit, but we did get cold foils. So technically a bunch of cold foils. This is what happens. You can actually hit low-end cold foils. And we got a rare foil to start off. A common foil, followed by rares. Common foil, followed by super rare. A rare foil, followed by rares. A common foil, followed by a super rare. There's our first Majestic in the slot, followed by a common foil and a super rare. We have a common foil and rares. We have a common foil and rares. We have a bait token. We have a super rare foil followed by a super rare. We have another slot for the mech. We have a common foil followed by our first set Majestic. Almost done with the first half of the box here. And we have a common foil followed by rares. It's going to take the last half of the box to see if we get anything great. Because this is common foil and a super rare. So here we go, our last chance of greatness. This seems to be the most generic case I think I've gotten. There we go. We got our third Majestic there. And the foil. We have a rare foil and a super rare. We have a common foil and a super rare. We have a common foil and a Majestic. We have a Pirate Ranger thing and a rare foil. We have a common foil and rares. We have a rainbow foil draconic slot card, and then a common foil and a super rare. We have a common foil and a super rare. And we got a cold foil common. Wow. So I think this is probably the worst case I've got right here. I think my 3 boxes beat this case. We got 2 marbles, but they're just not the marbles you want. A super rare foil. No legendaries in the case. One of those weird, you get a couple marbles and no legendaries. Common foil and rare. And we get a leg for 2, 4, 6. So we got an extra one of those because one of them was a foil. Common, super rare. And here's our lucky last pack, which hopefully has an M in it. Maybe something special. And nope. Super rare and an M. Yep. So yeah, this was a very low end case, I think. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 super rares. We got 3 regular M's. And then we did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with one of them being foil on these slot cards. So we got a common there. We did get 2 marbles. These were all doing like 60. I don't know what this guy's doing. I figured probably the same. Now we did get this one, which I really like, and I'll probably play. But was really hoping no legendary. Wow, just no legendaries. Not a big hitting case at all. But you know, some of them are like that. It's just a bad one to end on. Especially case 5 was a really good case. So case 6 was not. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and all that fun YouTube stuff. And I'll see you next time.